Hey guys, how you doing? It's me, Mr. 4K Upscaler. I want to test one game that I originally wanted to test once I got this EPSON 2150 3D HD home cinema projector. And what's so great and unique about this projector is just how beautifully it renders the color and how beautifully it renders that luminous brightness of 2500 nits. And here you will see that I have adjusted my screen to 180 inch. I can go up to 300 inch, but that would be a little bit overkill. But right now it's at 180 inch, which is more than enough for this room, honestly. You don't want to go any more than that. And I have to say, it looks really great. It will be really hard to depict this with a camera, but you'll just have to trust me when I tell you that the brightness and the color really pops in this projector here. And it's really beautifully done. So let's start the game. Let's kind of walk through it a little bit, and let me kind of show you that there is no any input lag. It really runs smooth. You can adjust this EPSON where you can have the image frames to be running at the more higher processing speed, so that way you can keep up with what you're doing with your controller and also what's showing up on the screen. So that way there's no lag. And another cool thing is here I am watching it from an angle, and the color just pops on this projector, on this game. Now do keep in mind this is 1080p. That's on 180 inch. Even though this game, it's originally designed for 4K, and but this projector cannot process the 4K. You gotta have a projector that can actually process the 4K, and those projectors are more expensive, obviously. And the only reason I'm recommending this 2150 projector, it's cause for the money, even though still it's not cheap. A lot of these projectors are expensive, but I think for a premium level home theater experience with a 3D and HD, I think 2150 will give you that really awesome entry-level home theater experience where you don't have to break a bank with $3,000, $4,000. Okay, I know that there's a different types of projectors out there, but for a home use, I think this is ideal because 180 inch to 200 inch, you're never gonna exceed more than 200, 300 inch at home. So right there, you're all set with this. But the one reason why I'm recommending this is actually two reasons. I apologize, two reasons. The peak brightness on this projector, it's really great. And I really do mean great. Deep dark levels are excellent. And the color pops. So the peak brightness and the color really pops here. Hey, you'll see me. And just to show you how big this screen is. I mean, here's me. Here's my hand. Just look how big this thing is, man. It is gigantic. And that's why I have to move away. 7 feet away so you guys can see it. But it really looks great. And I think you're really going to appreciate. This is on the wall. Just a flat white wall. There's no projector matte finish screen that I have installed. I'm planning on installing a 120 inch matte finish to probably maybe 200 inch. We'll see. And when you do that, this will look even more better. Or the hell with it, I might just go with a 300 inch and just cover the entire wall, and just make it like one ultimate movie experience. And just make this room into a movie theater room, whatever. But it looks really good. And I think for $900, I think this is definitely the best you can get for the money. It's not just me saying this. I did my research before I went to purchase this, and everyone will tell you that this is a great deal. 2150 home cinema is a great deal because you're also getting a 3D. So you get to watch the movies in 3D and HD. All right. Now let's go through this game a little bit.
Wonder where the resource center is.
And here I am again from that angle, and it looks fantastic. Looks great. No complaints. It's very sharp. This thing, it's very sharp and very detailed. And you guys are not going to be disappointed by this. I can tell you that right off the bat. So maybe I can bring it a little bit closer. There it is. Okay, so as you can see, here I am from the corner. I'll maybe go a little bit further down from the corner and here. So I'm just using it as an example, as a demo example. Obviously, you're going to be installing this into a really nice home theater place. So even if somebody's sitting on the far end of the chair, we'll be able to look at this screen with its full peak brightness and color. It's going to pop out of the projector. Maybe I can get a little bit closer here just to show you. You know, it's really hard for me to kind of like show this through camera, even though I'm recording this with a really high-end 1440p GoPro Hero 5 camera, but still, it's a one thing watching it through video on YouTube, because the video YouTube gets compressed, so you lose even more bitrate. You'll just have to take my word for it that you're gonna get outstanding peak brightness and color on this projector. I mean, for an entry-level premium device, you know. Now, I'm not saying this is a cheap device. It's definitely not, but it's definitely the best entry level you're gonna get for high definition and 3D. Just having 3D, to me, it's a big bonus as well. Maybe I can go ahead here, show you a little bit more. Hey, you can see me right there. And it's very sharp. Like, maybe I can bring a little bit closer here. It looks very sharp, guys. Here I am, like, really close to it. And you can adjust the sharpness, but, you know, you got to be careful with the sharpness. You don't want to have the sharpness way too high. I would say leave the sharpness at the default, okay? And leave the focus at the default as well. Don't get the focus too high, because if you get the sharpness way too high, then this thing will look even more outlined and it's not going to be that great. Remember, sharpness doesn't give out the detail. What it does, it outlines the artifacts that are on the screen. So keep everything in default. On this video, I'm not going to be talking about calibrations. On my next video tomorrow and the next day, I'm going to talk about calibrations for Xbox One X on this projector and the PlayStation 4 Pro and the Oppo and my other devices, Apple 4K. And I'm going to talk to you about what's the best universal calibration to use and what type of features you should use on this projector from EPSON Home Cinema Mode 2150. And I think right here it shows just how great the peak brightness here it's emitting from this projector. You know. And this is without any kind of projector matte finish. I forgot what they call it. I forgot the name of wallpaper. Okay, the projector wallpaper screen for the projector wallpaper, right? They have different types of material that they use on it. Obviously, the higher quality material will give you a much better quality on the screen. Now, I'm not like some home theater enthusiast, so I don't know what type of brands they have, and you know, I'm not familiar that much with it. But of course, when you put a wallpaper matte finish on this thing, it's gonna look much better, even 100 times better than what you're seeing right now. But this is pretty darn good, just emitting on the wall here, and it looks pretty good. Maybe I can show you one more game really quick before we end this video. Let me see what I can find. All right, so Assassin's Creed Origins, I think this is a good one right here. And look at the deep dark levels on this thing, man. It really produces deep dark levels correctly here. I know it's kind of hard for you guys to see it through this camera. And I'm not doing this video to convince you through a camera, because I know that this video cannot show you exactly what I'm seeing. But you'll just have to trust me that I'm telling you the truth. And this device, this projector here, it definitely reproduces rich color, peak brightness, and very good balanced deep dark levels for a projector. Okay. All right, so here we are. Assassin's Creed Origins, and I gotta tell you, man, I'm really impressed. I'm impressed by three things, which I'm gonna tell you right now. Number one, the clarity, the focus. When I talk about projector, this thing has a really great focus. It's as equal as you walking into a movie theater. It really has a great focus, clean focus. There's no ghosting. There's no any kind of like door effect, ghosting effect, and any kind of outline of focus. It's very sharp. I think that's the best way I can explain this. The focus, it's razor sharp, and that's excellent for a projector. That's what you want. You want to see all that detail, but you want to see it with a nicely balanced focus. And this thing has excellent focus, number one. Number two, color. The color really pops in this projector. And number three, the peak brightness of 2500 here. It's amazing. And I actually toned down the peak brightness here, because if I went even too higher than what I already put here, then it would hurt my eyes. So I'm trying to kind of lower the peak brightness, leave it here as it is. But it looks excellent, guys. And here, maybe I can bring it a little bit closer just so you can see. I mean, honestly, you're not going to find any better entry-level. I call it entry-level because that's what it is, you know, honestly. Entry-level, this is the entry-level projector. If you want to go with a professional projector that does Dolby Vision, HDR, and 4K, then you're looking at like you're looking at like in thousands, you know, like a 3K, 4K, 7K, $7,000, and those are like high-end ones, okay? But this is pretty outstanding for a everyday home use, and I think this will get the job done. You're not going to exceed any more than 200 inches or 300 inches diagonal. All right, you're not going to be going any higher than that, and I think that's perfect for a home theater. It's perfect for sports, for all your viewing, gaming. This thing will get all that, and 3D will look phenomenal with this thing, okay? Here, let me just move around a little bit here. Maybe I can show you a little bit more. Let me just adjust my low light here a little bit. Now, this is 1080p. It is not 4K, but it still looks great, obviously. This still looks fantastic. I'm very impressed. Now, for whom is this projector? It's really for people who are into home theater, who would like to have that home theater experience with a popcorn and all that other stuff, okay? It's for those type of people, all right? That's for whom it is intended to. Is it great for gaming? Yeah. I don't see any input lag here. It runs smooth. Okay, obviously I haven't tested that many games, but so far I haven't had any issues with any kind of like input lag. And the games will look much better. I mean, you'll see so much detail, so much graphical detail you will notice here that you haven't seen before. Because now we're running this on 180 inch All right, this is 180 inch, and now you get to see things that you haven't seen before. When you play Call of Duty, you'll get to see the things that you haven't seen before, like if you play it on a smaller screen. So it's great for both gaming, movies, and of course 3D. That's another bonus. You can use any of the pass-through 3D glasses. All right, I have about 4 of them from LG, and they works excellent. It's much better. I was watching earlier today, Prometheus 3D, and it looks fantastic, man. On a big screen, 3D requires a big screen, and I think 3D projectors are the best way to experience 3D. That's what you're gonna give you that nice 3D effect. So anyway, I'm gonna end this video right here. I tested a couple of games here so far. I tested Monster Hunter and this game right here, Assassin's Creed. It looks great. There will be more videos. My next videos in next few days are going to be mainly for calibration settings. What I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna calibrate Xbox One X with this projector. I'm gonna calibrate PlayStation 4 Pro, Nintendo Wii U, Nintendo Switch, I'm sorry. I'm also connect my PC to it to see how PC games, emulated games. We're gonna do a lot of calibrations. We'll do a lot of tests, and we're also going to calibrate Oppo with this as well. Oppo 4K player. And is there anything else I'm missing? I'm trying to see. Oh yes, Apple 4K TV is going to be used with this. We're going to calibrate Apple 4K TV to see how well the Apple 4K TV works on this projector and stuff like that. So anyway, thank you guys for the support. Thank you guys for everything you do. Remember, I do this because of you. You're the one to make this happen. You're the one sharing, supporting, and I appreciate that. You know, I never ask for subscribing. I never do that on my video, and I will never do that because I believe in the free will. If you like something, you'll subscribe. If you don't like something, you will not subscribe. So I like to leave it as a free will. I don't like to pressure people. That's not the way I do things. That's not the way I work. I believe in free will. If you like something, you like it. If you don't, you won't. It's that simple. It's free will. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Appreciate it. Have a good one. I'll see you tomorrow night, the next few days. We'll do a bunch of tests on this. Okay? Thank you. Have a good night or good morning, wherever you are.